Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone. You are watching, because we're seasoned professionals, the 200th anniversary. Well, not really. It's the 200th episode of the DMZ America podcast.
199th.
Is it? I have
Yep.
it since number 200.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought this was 199. Is
I
it?
think this is big number 200. I think so.
Wow. Okay.
I feel not a day over 199. So,
and just in celebration, I'm wearing my Gerald Ford medallion.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And so that there is Scott Stantis. I'm editorial cartoonist Ted Rall, coming to you from the left, and you are watching or listening to the DMZ America podcast for Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025.
And I am, of course, editorial cartoonist Scott Stantis, coming to you from the right. And now all of a sudden I can't find us. I'll find us. Don't worry about it. But this is, Ted, by the way, just it is episode 199.
You're sure?
Well, according to our list of podcasts, yes, on BuzzFeed, that's where we're at.
You can't, but can we trust integrals, really?
Well, can we trust what we ourselves have put up on the internet? I think not. Probably not. Oh, absolutely not.
As someone who knows myself very well, I would say I'm extremely unreliable. I'm an unreliable narrator.
We have two pieces of breaking news. Ted is not sure what they are. I think he knows what they are, but I'll tell him anyway. The courts have ruled that New York City Mayor Eric Adams, the case against him, is being dropped. It's being dismissed with prejudice, and the judge also went against the request by the Justice Department, saying these charges cannot be brought back up, which seems weird to me.
Well, that's what with prejudice means.
Oh, is that what that means? See, I never knew. I always just thought they were just pissed off at it.
No. Yeah, unfortunately, I've spent more than my fair share of time in courtrooms. And so, So with basically whenever a ruling comes down, doesn't have to be something as dramatic as this. It could be just for a motion. But with prejudice means that's it. You can't appeal. Without prejudice means you can appeal.
Oh, okay. So, which is weird. So, Ted, you are boots on the ground there. You are living in New York City. You're living the dream, as it were. What does this mean? Anything, everything, nothing?
Well, we knew this was going to happen. The Department of Justice had already, told the local prosecutors here to drop the case against Adams. So this was a foregone conclusion. It was basically when the prosecutors come to a judge and say, listen, we've decided to drop a case. It's usually pro forma for the judge to say, okay, well, if the people are not interested in pursuing this, fine, whatever. Now, in this particular case, the judge did seem skeptical because there was a quid pro quo.
Yeah, I was about to ask
So the quid pro quo here, which is, I think it's fair to say, I don't think it's telling any stories out of school, was that Mayor Adams agreed to cooperate fully and fulsomely with the Trump administration's mass deportation policies, New York City, and to overlook New York City's legal status as a sanctuary city in order to do that and cooperate with ICE and other Trump authorities. In exchange for that, the Trump administration ordered its not highly politicized DOJ, the irony, to drop the charges against Adams. So, and that's so basically, at the same time, it should be pointed out that there's a political aspect to this. Adams could decide to run for re-election. The mayoral race is this year. This June or July, I think it's June, is when the Democratic primary is. He's a Democrat. You can't be the mayor of New York City unless you're a Democrat, no matter under any circumstance. So the Democratic primary is effectively the deciding factor in the campaign.
Wait! I thought Bloomberg and
yes, that was true. That would never be true again. We will not see another Republican mayor in our lifetimes here. Giuliani ran as a Republican. He was considered a Republican in name only. basically it was an end run around. At the time, he was basically a liberal. He was considered to have done an end run around the Democratic Party machine, and then Bloomberg kind of coasted on that. It was well known that Bloomberg is really a Democrat, but same thing. But that's done. So, I mean, of course, obviously things change and can change, but I can't imagine that anytime soon. So Adams is gonna have to figure out what he wants to do. He's probably not running for re-election because he's basically as popular as like nose boogers. I think he's at 14% approval rating.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That doesn't stop these guys.
But right now the front runner is Andrew Cuomo, who the former governor who was deposed over butt grabbage. He's going to probably be our next mayor. And he does seem like probably he's got the right candidacy for the right time, because New Yorkers are really fed up with a sense of lawlessness and disorganization, disorder in general on the streets, particularly in the subways. And, basically it's kind of like, it's time for a prick. Andrew Cuomo is central casting for that. So, there is also a left-wing socialist who's kind of going to give Cuomo a run for his money.
Really?
And is doing very, very well, is doing better than the incumbent mayor. I don't think Adams will run again. I think this was about, his basically giving Trump some runway, because he knows that even Cuomo is not going to be able to continue to cooperate with Trump. I mean, that's not going to be permitted. By the New Yorkers are not happy about the deportations at all. There's already starting to be incidents. There was an incident of violence up in Harlem a couple days ago, where ICE was attempting to apprehend someone who, a person of color, and a white New Yorker violently interceded to protect that person, and so he was himself arrested.